everyone, and thank you for joining me here with Justice for Mom. For everybody that has been supporting us on Facebook, I do want to thank you for your continued thoughts and prayers. For everyone here that is just now joining us, I do want to give you an idea of what it is you're trying to do and a little backstory of what's going on. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to give a human face to mental illness and the struggles around getting a family member help, essentially. So to that, my mom has been struggling with mental health since my sister and I, since we were children. And she has bipolar with psychosis. And what that means essentially is she's going to have her manic highs where she's got lots of energy, and she's going to have like really depressive lows. And with that comes hearing voices and just a lot of delusions, among other things. So the reason why we're creating this page too is because the latest struggles that we've had around getting mom help. Every state that we've lived in has had its own struggles, but recently in Pennsylvania, it's been really bad. It started out with, when we moved there, mom had to get a new doctor, and the doctor said, you can drink as much as you want. Drink any amount of alcohol. For anybody that is familiar with bipolar, with schizophrenia, any kind of those illnesses, it says on the medication, do not take with alcohol. It says around the label, do not take with alcohol. But the doctor said, just drink as much as you want. That's when everything went worse. Mom stopped sleeping. The voices came back with a vengeance. Instead of just hearing the voices and just kind of mouthing them out, she's fully acting out the voices. Her body language changes, her facial expressions change, her voice changes. She becomes the voice that she's hearing. It's totally different. And on top of that, she is not taking her medicine. She's throwing it away, throwing it in the toilet. She's throwing food away. She's throwing food in the toilet, flushing it. She's not eating. She's planning. She's planning to murders and plotting to hurt dad with fires and who knows what. We've tried calling the police, we've tried calling the crisis teams, and they all say they can't help. It's mom's right to have delusions, to hear those voices. It's her right to plan any murder, any crime that she wants. She can plot it out into as great a detail as she likes. She's just not allowed to go through with it. So, in Pennsylvania, you're not allowed to commit the murder, you're not allowed to commit a crime, but you're allowed to plan it. You can plan the murder of your own neighbor if you wanted. You're just not allowed to do it. But the only way they can take her is if she's a danger to herself or to somebody else. That's the only way. Doesn't make any sense. So Dad eventually was able to get her evaluated, and they kept her for a few days. There was a court case, or a court hearing to get her to stay for a little while to get a little more stable, and then the doctor turned around. It was extended for like 7 to 10 days, and it was extended to 7 to 10 days, and then the doctor turned around and just said, no, she's good. She is perfectly okay, and she wasn't. She went right back to being worse than she ever was before. Hey, Doogie. She went right back to being worse than she ever was before. And then we're worried that she's gonna burn down the apartment. We're worried she's gonna get Dad killed. She leaves the front door open to the apartment. She has a sign that says, she puts the furniture on the front porch with the sign that says free, and just walks away. Anybody can go in there. It's not safe at all. On the most recent evaluation, the court had extended the stay for like 7 days, and the doctor wanted to turn around and say she's perfectly okay. We got the doctor convinced to keep her till just last Tuesday, yesterday, and we knew she wasn't ready. She's very good at telling doctors anything she wants to hear to get out. She wasn't ready at all. When she was picked up, she went and threw her shoes away, and this is Pennsylvania. This is the middle of December. It's 34 degrees. I think it snowed yesterday. And I went up there. I went up and visited. I don't see anybody walking around barefoot. She was walking around barefoot. That's perfectly okay, according to Pennsylvania, to go around barefoot in the middle of winter. That's not. We're in Pennsylvania, it's okay. Everything that Mom is doing, that was perfectly okay. It's perfectly normal. I didn't see one person walking around barefoot in the middle of winter. Not one. But it's perfectly okay. It's not. And the whole ride home, she's talking to the voices. And then this morning, after she made this whole to-do about, oh yes, I'm going to take my pills, I'm committed to doing all the right things, taking my pills, taking my medication, stopping the alcohol. She didn't even take her pills. She'll say whatever she can to get out of the hospital because she doesn't want to be there. And I get that. I get nobody wants to be in the hospital. Nobody does. But she needs to be there long enough to get stable, especially when she hasn't had that medication in her system for so long. She needs to have consistent care to get her stable, because what happens is every time a person goes through a psychotic break, every time they have that happen, a piece of them is lost. A piece of them that you cannot get back. You can't get that person back. They're lost. Pennsylvania does not care. It's their right to hear the voices. It's their right to plot and plan murders. And what happens when something goes wrong? What happens then? It's not like Mom to want to plan all that stuff. That's not Mom. They don't care. I would never do any of that. But here we are. keep being told no. Keep being told it's her right to all this. It's okay, Doogie. It's okay. Just keep being told, we keep being told, no, it's right to hear those voices. It's not. What about her right to have, what about her right to quality of life? What about her right to be treated like a human? This is not right. Just not treated like a human at all. This is terrible. And there's just no care for her just well-being. It's just, she needs decent care. Mom needs help. This in and out of the hospital is only making her worse. It's only making her worse. It's not making her better. And through this, we've lost so much of our mom. And want her mom back. Pennsylvania's just denying us that. And they don't have the right to do that. How can they? I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for here. On the Facebook Justice for Mom page, we do have some videos and some pictures to show what psychosis looks like. We do have it is recordings of Mom when she is in that state. We've showed them to the police, we showed them to the doctors. They say they don't care. It's Mom's right to do that. It's perfectly normal in the state of Pennsylvania. I don't see anybody in the state of Pennsylvania acting like that. That's not a normal state in Pennsylvania. It's not a normal state of being in Pennsylvania. But according to Pennsylvania, it's perfectly okay. Mom needs help, so please, I'll go ahead and get them uploaded here soon. A full more of a description. So keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, please like, share, subscribe, that whole bit. Thank you for watching. Thank you everybody again for your support. I'll get you all later.